The time has come for rebuilding more resilient infrastructure to withstand disasters of any strength. In that vein, government engineers and local contractors are presently engaged in a one-week workshop intended to make them better equipped to rebuild following a disaster. The session is organized by the Ministry of National Security, Planning and Development Authority and the Caribbean Disaster Emergency Management Agency, CDEMA. The workshop forms part of an early recovery capacity building initiative designed to rebuild resilient infrastructure through effective practices. The Planning and Development Authority will be tasked to monitor the projects to ensure compliance and implementation of the right methods. Nicole Jalilo is a member of the Planning and Development Authority Board.
The code is suitable for the design of all buildings to expedite the reconstruction after PDA may not necessarily be able to enforce its use for small, single-family domestic accommodation. However, homeowners are encouraged to use the OECS building guidelines published in 2018. These OECS building guidelines should be also listed in the regulation. This will assist homeowners in ensuring compliance when post-construction enforcement occurs. As a guide, during the reconstructive period, all new buildings and all buildings where there are repairs to damage of more than 25% of the pre-burial buildings should be subject to formal building control.
Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of National Security, Carleen McQuilkin, said the workshop is quite necessary at this time based on the revelation of a recently conducted needs assessment.
It is important to note that a rapid needs assessment was completed on the housing sector, and the findings from this report provided for the implementation of a targeted approach to addressing the deficiencies within the housing sector. This workshop is one such initiative that will hopefully address some identified deficiencies to facilitate rebuilding resilient structures.
CDEMA's representative at the workshop is Lieutenant Colonel Kester Craig. He noted that there must be changes in construction approaches to be able to build resiliently and minimize future impacts.
It's obvious that we are experiencing more storms with greater intensity in the Caribbean region. We do not have to look far to understand the level of destruction that comes with them. Therefore, it cannot be business as usual. And there must be changes in construction approaches to be able to build resiliently and minimize future impacts.
The workshop ends on Friday. Christina John, GBN News.